Welcome everybody to Extreme Off-Road Silly Bills, and today we're dealing with the 1968 Lancia Fulvia Coupé Rallye HF. Now this is 715 horsepower, 466 pounds-feet of torque from a 2.3 litre turbocharged inline-4 engine, and the vehicle itself now weighs 1,906 pounds. It's been converted from front-wheel drive to all-wheel drive, now has off-road tyres and rally suspension, and it can do 0 to 60 in 3.479 seconds, 0 to 105.864 seconds, and go to a top speed of 207 miles an hour. So obviously this car was a rally championship back in the 70s, I think, and yeah, was really rather successful as well. So yeah, I have high hopes for this, but yeah, it is dealing with a lot more power than I had originally, about 600 horsepower more, and yeah, I am concerned that the car is really rather quite lightweight, while also having quite a small wheelbase. So yeah, whether or not it's going to be a controllable car, we'll have to see, but in terms of dealing with the off-road elements, it should be fine, especially since it now does obviously have those tyres, the suspension and the all-wheel drive system to help. Like I said, it was front-wheel drive originally, so understeer is probably still going to be an issue, but yeah, hopefully we'll be able to manage the fact that it's got power going through those rear wheels now. Not expecting it to be as quick as the Porsche from the previous episode, because that was ludicrously quick, but it will be interesting to see where this goes in comparison to the Stratos, which is in 31st place at the moment, which is fairly decent, especially for a car that, you know, is from the 70s. Again, was successful in terms of rallying, but again was also dealing with a lot more power than it had originally. So yeah, I'm hoping this can do better, because to be honest I do prefer this car to the Stratos. Which is probably a controversial thing to say, but it's the truth. It's a fairly good speed. A lot of oversteer, is at least making sure that we're not understeering. Doing 161 across the finish line there with a time of 2 minutes 6 seconds .987. I think that actually puts us just behind the Stratos. Yeah, we're about 0.4 of a second behind that car, which is unfortunate, but yeah, it's still reasonably quick. It's quicker than the it's actually the same time as a Ram 2,500 Power Wagon, which is obviously a massive off-road SUV. Quicker than the Quartz Regalia, quicker than the Renault 5 Turbo, which again was a successful rally car back in the day, and that is far newer than this. Also quicker than the Porsche Cayenne Turbo, Alfa Romeo Stelvio Quadrifoglio, Volvo 242 Turbo Evolution, which again is a newer rally car than this, and the Vauxhall Insignia VXR. It's not just slower than the Lancia Stratos, but it's also slower than the similarly aged Ford Escort, as well as the Mercedes-Benz E350D, McLaren 720S Coupe, and the Renault Alpine A110. Again, another rally car from around the same time. But yeah, still fairly good. I just think that the fact that it's really rather lightweight and has a short wheelbase, certainly shorter wheelbase than some other rally cars, kind of hindered it there. But yeah, still reasonably quick, and I'm sure again if you really wanted to get a properly quick time out of this, it wouldn't take very much in terms of, you know, learning the course as well as learning the car and seeing what it can and can't do, and you would get a really quick time. But one time and one time only with this series, and yeah, that comes with all the mistakes that I make, as well as any of the flaws with the car. But yeah, that's a part of the enjoyment of this series. So yeah, but to be honest, considering how varyingly different the Stratos and the Fulvia are, to be pretty much the same time is yeah, kind of indicative of how good Lancia were back in the day in terms of rallying. So yeah, look forward to seeing what other cars from them that we can try out, because we've got the likes of the 037 and the Delta S4 and the Delta Integrale to try out yet. So yeah, plenty more from Lancia and plenty more classic rally cars to come. Nonetheless, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.